What's up? It's Himmeny. So today I'll be reviewing 4 things you can do when the market's closed and to prevent overtrading during market hours. Let's get started. First and most obvious tip, watch video lessons, watch DVDs, watch webinars. They're all recorded, archived for your knowledge, for you to take advantage of. That's the most obvious one because it's documentation of other people's experiences in the market, and it allows you to get that foundation of the history and how to take advantage of certain price action. So that's the most obvious one for sure because it's all available there for you. You know, there's even free resources on YouTube, there's paid resources, and you just need to test and refine, test all the strategies that you encounter and see what video lessons you should focus on and what resources are good for you. The second tip, which is also the second most obvious tip, look at the charts that ran in the past week. Try to find certain strategies within that volatile price action that played out or didn't play out. Take notes on why they played out or why they didn't play out. And with those notes, you can then figure out how to implement those strategies into your trading decisions and into your own trading strategies.
So the third tip I have for you guys is this is chartgame.com. This website was recommended to me by someone in Dux's chat room. So what this is it's a simulation that picks a random stock and allows you to simulate a trade on it. And I feel that this is more to prevent overtrading. You shouldn't really use it as knowledge because when it gives you a random stock, that stock has a random float. It has a random volume. It also may not pertain to your certain strategy. So chances are that random stock is not going to be any of your setups. And it just means that it's not possible to have any statistical edge or test any statistical edge while using this simulation. It's also good if you're new and not used to pushing buttons. It'll get you used to kind of how charts move and how to execute orders and stuff like that. So let me just get into it. Here you go to the website chartgame.com. You don't need any sign up necessary. You just sign in with your email and then it'll tell you to just type in a username, and here you'll get to this page. Then you go to play day trader simulation if you want to do swing trading for longer term, but I'm not really interested in that. So you click that. You can also do Forex and crypto if you're interested. What you can do is you can go to settings here, and I like to put on advanced mode so you can pick limit order and the price and shares that you want. But for basic, you just put buy or short and sell when you're in a position. But I don't like that. I'm going to go to advanced. It gives it more of a real feeling. So you put next bar and then it'll show the opening bar. So far I don't see a trade here. I don't really trade $17 stocks, but for the sake of the video, let's do buy a limit, and let's buy at 1774. And then here you can select 50% of cash or 100% of cash, or you can select, while using leverage, the amount of buying power that you have access to. Remember, this is a simulated trade, so you can do whatever you want. I just like to make it more real, so I'm going to use 1,000 shares, and let's transmit the limit order. So now I bought here. My risk would be this area, and then throughout the simulation you can just keep clicking the next bar and it shows you the next bar. That allows you to see sort of what's going on in each bar, and you don't have to go on to the next one if you didn't understand what just happened. So let's play this out for a little bit. And as you can see, the cost basis, that's the entry price. I got 774,000 shares, and the current price is 1773, down $5. So we'll let this play out a little bit, and then I like how you can sort of just press play for each bar and see what happened. And remember, this is a real stock, and it did happen in the past, and this is just replaying it for you and allowing you to do it. But the one thing I don't like is how random it is. So look, now I'm down 114. It's cracking my risk. I'm going to do a sell order, limit, 17, let's do 1762, and transmit. So now I'm out, no position, and my entry was 1774, exit 1762, 1,000 shares, $120 loss. Remember, this is just a simulation, so it doesn't give you the full effect, but once you get to the end of the simulation, it tells you what stock you played and what date it happened on. Like, here we go. AEE. The date range was 1023 to 1102. So that was the whole chart that was showing, and we traded the 1102 day. So you can even go back and look at that chart, but I never traded AEE, and it's not my strategy. I don't really focus on three-letter tickers. Sometimes they do have other ones. Like, now you have a $4 stock. This could be something I've traded before. SSP, no, I have not. So there, that's your idea with chart game. So if you're new, this is Thinkorswim. If you open this and you're new, you will probably quit trading before even trying. This means nothing to me also. There's everything's everywhere, just meant to confuse you. This is nothing beneficial here. It looks like everything here is important. It's not. If you need help setting up the platform, they have other videos on their website, and it'll help you set up the platform, and it won't look like this. For example, you can click this tab here and go to charts, and now you have like, phew, like it's a little better. And then you can even do flexible grid. You can put a chart here, a level 2 here. Yeah. Anyway, so my point of this video today is on demand. Here we go. You click that button, and it's a tool that allows you to replay any trading day from the last several months. So what this does is you can replay the live action, and you can actually trade with a simulated account. I like this much better than chartgame.com because that one is just random. You can't really get a strategy from it. Whereas this one, you are now in OnDemand. You can put a chart here. For example, what I do is in my notes I write a ticker and the important date that something important happened on, and I do that for a few tickers so that by the time I backtest it and I check on demand, I forget what happened that day. So for example, let's do BOXL. You put BOXL here, and then the date was 3/14. So what I did is I just clicked on the 14 and I put the time I wanted here, and then you click go. So now what else you can do is you customize the rest of this so that here you could put the gadget should be active trader, and we put BOXL. So what this does is it shows you the order box, and you can put in orders to simulate the trade. And also there is the trade button, which that one I like it a little better than this because this is it's a little confusing. So I'm gonna put away active trader, and then here's just the trade one. So what it does is now it allows you to buy, short, do whatever you want. You put limit order, and you can customize the order like that. And in this one we can put a level 2 and put the ticker in. So here we have a level 2. We can close the chart and we can put a time in sales maybe. Okay, so now everything's basically set up that we need for the actual trading, and since we're in customized grid, we're gonna have to take off customized grid, and you go here and then you unclick customized grid. So now this is what happened that day. Me going into this, I already forgot what happened that day. I forgot why I'm looking at this. So first off, this little volume, it's far in the past. It's a high resistance level relative to current action, and there's other more significant levels. So I'm going to skip that far one. I'm going to go in here a little bit. So we see here there was some volume, 15 million volume. And now what I'm doing is I'm planning a trade. I'm planning what I'm going to do based on the chart. And this is in the morning. I'm acting like it's 9:39 a.m. The market just opened. This just popped up on my scanner. 15 million volume. It was in the 360s where it closed, and it got as high as, the high is 484. So this is a significant level because of the volume. And then you go back into this day and you see that this day has volume as well. This volume was 27 million shares. So this one was 15 million, this one was 27 million shares. And for this day it topped at 410. So here's an important level, 410. And this closing price, it's a little too close to the current price, so we wanted to run more first. So now we go into the intraday because we know that 410 is our key level. So let's go 1 day, 1 minute. So now we're in the day, and this is kind of what you see when the stock is on your scanner. You don't really know what's going to happen yet. We can put it here so we can keep the daily chart here as well. Here's the daily chart. So now we keep in mind what our significant level is right here, 410. And you can also fast forward here to try to get the actual volatile price action to come up, and then you press play for it to go back to normal. Or you can go here and you can skip ahead where you want to go to. So let's skip to 9:47 a.m. So we got a pop, 270s to 290s. Honestly, this is not a significant enough pop to want to short into, so it's okay that we missed it. We can, oh, now it's perking up a little. So let's see what happens here. So now you can see that it's a simulated replay of what's going on that day. We can skip ahead again. We don't want to sit through consolidation. And then you click it. If you click that, it skips ahead 10 minutes. So we skipped a little too far ahead, as you can see. What I do is I like to watch everything that happened, like the price action and everything. So if you want to do that, it will help. If you don't, then you can fast forward. I'm also watching the level 2 in time and sales. It shows you what happened that day, so it's as if you're back in that day. We can skip ahead. Oh, now here we go. See, now it's starting to spike. If you wanted to buy this, you could buy when it breaks this level, but I don't like the overhead resistance levels that are there. So since my risk would be 410, I'm looking for 350 to 380 possibly for a starter entry short. So if we want to do let's do like a 500 share starter if it can get to like 360. And okay, so here you can do the edit where you can pick what price you really want it at, and you can edit the shares. So it looks like 355 is topping. So what I'd do, it's topping a little, it's not like definite, it's just struggling a little, and that's a good place to kind of take a starter if something's struggling and it's getting near risk level. So I'm gonna try to put a starter in 370s and see if I can get that filled. Oh, here's the limit. Let's do, oh wow, so it's at 370s and 380s now. So this would be a good place to start a little more, like 400 shares. Confirm. So let's see. Now the order's waiting to fill right here. So now I have shares short. And in active trader, you can see the profit loss. So if you want to use active trader, that might be better for you. I don't know. So like for example, you can use both of them just to see the profit loss. I just like using this interface better because you can pick the quantity before having to do the edit thing. So it's topping at 420. It already broke 410, but it's not significant. So we gotta see if this proves now that it's failing. You can add. So like if I wanna add, I would add it to the next pop. This is in sped up motion, remember, and fast forward 3 times. So to get the better feel for it is you just play it in real time, and you get the real market action feeling. So look, it's having some trouble again. So I'm gonna send an ad. So now my average price is 397. My risk is 410. And let's see. So far it proved to fail there a little bit. But if it breaks over it, you just cut it. And this is what's good about not knowing what happened. Like, I completely forgot what even happened this day, but I knew the risk, and I didn't know if 410 was gonna break and go to 450. I don't know how, like, I don't remember what happened that day, but now it looks like it's coming down, and I don't even remember if it ripped after. Like, so I'm gonna end up taking safe profits. So now I just I bought 400 back, so I have 400 left. And it looks like it's holding a little bit here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest off. I'm gonna do limit order so I don't get a bad fill. Alright, well, it's not letting me do a limit order. Anyway, so I'll just get this out. So now you saw how it played out, and you took advantage of it a little bit. Honestly, I didn't know if this was gonna be a win or a loss, but now you could actually see what happens after, and you know the flow of the stock. You pick the stock. So another way to get important dates for the Thinkorswim on demand is you can go on Profitly. You can look at successful traders and see when their trades were. Try not to pay attention to what their entry and exit was, because you're trying to see, can you interpret what they saw, and can you sort of find a strategy within it. If you can't, then it's okay to look at their entries and exits and then use that in the trading. But for example, Dux shorted BPTH on March 8th. So what you do is you go here, BPTH, and we can do March 8th. And we could do 9 a.m. or 9:30, like right at the open is good. So there, you type in the ticker, you look at the day, you make a plan, and you try to act on it. And that's why I like on demand. And it's really good for beginners. It's really good for not forcing trades, and it's also good for going back and seeing what a stock did in the past. And you can even, like, for example, in these notes, they're all the same setup. Like, these are the bounce short setups that I want to track, and these are all the same ones. Same setup, but I don't recall what they did those days because it was a while ago. You know, I did it on purpose.
Thank you for watching. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions for future videos. Also, I'm doing a giveaway soon. I just got to figure out how to structure it, and I'm planning a giveaway. So stay tuned. I hope you guys are excited. Thank you.